If you look like these pictures just here and you don't know where to start with fat loss, this is a simple, easy breakdown video of exactly how to burn that fat as fast as possible. So this is the question that I got. It says here, I find it hard to track calories since I low-key don't have a scale. Secondly, should I focus on cardio or weightlifting? So if you've got a high body fat percentage and you want to lose weight, you can either track your calories or just go by portion sizes. But you have to eat less than your body needs to sustain its current body weight. In simple terms, what that means is you have to eat less food than your body burns. I want to break this down in such a simple way to where a child can understand it. First of all, you can track your calories or you can do it by portion sizes. If you're tracking your calories, then you need to work out the amount of food that you need to eat to stay the same weight. I've got a video to this. I'll add a card up here. I'll link it in the description. It's how to track your calories. And then all you need to do once you've found out that line here to stay the same weight, you eat a little bit less than that. If you want to do it by portion sizes, it's a bit more of a guessing game, but it can still be done. I used to do it this way. Depending on my goals, I either track or I don't track. But I'm currently tracking right now because I'm trying to gain weight, I'm trying to gain muscle. So I want to track how much protein that I'm eating per day. So I am tracking my food. I have a scale, a weighing scale. Like Josh says just here, he said that he doesn't have a scale. First of all, you can buy a scale. It's only about £10 online or even from the shop like Tesco or somewhere like that. It's only about £10. But if you don't have that, then what you can do is just go by portion sizes because tracking isn't for everyone. If you're going by portion sizes, it's important that you weigh yourself every day. This is exactly what I done when I was staying shredded year round and I wasn't tracking my calories. I would weigh myself every single day. This way, we have a statistic to go off of. If we're gaining weight over the course of the weeks, then that means we're eating too much. But week by week, if you're losing weight, then that means you'll be losing the body fat. If you're staying the same weight, then that would mean that you could be losing the body fat, but building muscle at the same time. That's if you're working out. Or that could mean if you're not training, that you're just eating the same and your body's staying the same. If you're not tracking your calories and you're going by portion sizes, it's more of a safe option to eat healthy foods because typically healthy foods contain a lot less calories than junk food. One donut has about 400 calories in it. One cookie has about 300 calories in it. A Yazoo milkshake, those 1 litre bottles that I drink, one of those has about 500 calories in it. So if you don't know these things, you're going to keep eating and eating because they're nice. And then eventually you're gonna have about 1,000, 1,500 calories of junk food without even knowing it. So if you were just eating healthy meal after healthy meal after healthy meal, it's going to be hard to overeat. Snacking is not going to be your friend if you're going by portion sizes. Drinks is also not going to be your friend because drinks contain calories. Water does not, but let's say if you're drinking milkshakes, if you're drinking Coke, all these different fizzy drinks, they all contain calories in them. So if you're drinking those calories and not taking them into account and you're just downing liters and liters of fizzy drinks, then all of that is going to add up. One thing that's going to help you also is intermittent fasting. What that simply means is not having your first meal until later on in the day. Let's just say 1 p.m. you have your first meal. What this is going to do, let's say you eat at 8 a.m. all the way until 10 p.m. You eat throughout the day, that whole time period. That's going to be a 14-hour window that you're eating. But if you put off your first meal until 1 p.m., you don't eat anything, you just drink water. So you have your first meal at 1 and you eat all of your daily meals in between 1 and 8. That's going to be a 7-hour window to eat your food. If you do this, then that would give you a shorter window to eat your food. So you're going to feel more full and it'll be harder for you to overeat. I've been doing this since 2020, 2019 maybe. I don't eat my first meal until the earliest I would say is about 11 p.m. But it can go all the way until about 4 p.m. depending on how busy I am to have my first meal. Again, this is going to just make you feel more full and you'll find it harder to overeat this way if you have a shorter period of time to where you have to eat all of your meals. Another tip that's going to stop you from overeating is staying hydrated, drinking a lot of water. Some people mistake hunger for thirst. They actually just need a drink. If you're hungry, just try it out. Just have some water and see if you're still hungry after that. I drink a gallon a day, which is 4 liters of water. This is going to keep you hydrated and make sure that you're not in a dehydrated state. It also fills up your stomach a bit as well, and it's just going to help with those cravings and that hunger. So try this out if you're trying to lose fat whilst not tracking your calories. Have 3 meals in a day, no snacks in between, but make sure that they're nutritious meals. So have a carb source like rice or potatoes or sweet potatoes, and then have some vegetables, and then have a meat source, so chicken, beef, lamb, each meal. And you can have maybe a smoothie or some water with you tracking your weight every single day, and then look back on your weight. If it's going up, that means you're eating too much. If it's staying the same, that means that you're eating just enough to stay the same weight, so just reduce it a bit more. And then if the weight's slowly, week by week, going down, that means that you're eating the right amount of food. You want it to slowly go down. You don't want it to be drastic. You don't want to be starving yourself, because that's when it becomes unhealthy. That's when you lose muscle mass. That's when you have energy problems, you lack nutrients. So listen to your body. And one pro tip to help you keep full and also help you with your training is to have high protein. You want to have roughly 1 gram per pound of body weight. Let me just use my actual weight. Currently I am, because I weighed myself this morning, I weigh myself in kg, so I'm 84.6 kg. That's what I was this morning. That in pounds is 186 pounds. So what I would do, I would eat 186 grams of protein. This is if I was tracking, by the way, just remember that. If I was tracking, then I would. But if you're not tracking, what you want to do is just eat a lot of protein, which protein is just basically meat. Eat a lot of meat. That will keep you more full, and also it will help your muscles repair if you're working out. That's all of my diet tips. And now let's get into the working out. With your training, you don't have to do anything crazy. There's always a misconception that you have to work out all day, but you don't have to work out all day if you're trying to lose weight. In fact, you don't have to work out at all. You just need to eat the right amount of food. Working out just helps with the weight loss process. I'd recommend 3 times per week, but if you're new to the gym, I would say just 2 times per week, that's fine. As long as you're doing full body sessions in those 2 times per week, or if you're doing 3 times per week, you can do full body sessions as well. You can do a skipping workout, you can do cardio. It depends what your goal is. If you're trying to gain muscle at the same time, then you can push weights. You want to keep the working out very simple. If you want to build muscle, then you can do simplified weight training, where you could just do resistance machines, chest press resistance machine, shoulder press resistance. So work your chest, shoulders, your back, and then a couple leg machines, then you'll be good. And then for cardio, you don't have to do anything crazy. Just find something that you enjoy. Cardio is not mandatory, but it's beneficial to keep you healthy and to work your heart. Me personally, I'm not gonna get on a treadmill and run for 30 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't enjoy doing that, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get on the rower and row for 30 minutes. But what I do enjoy is I enjoy to skip, so I skip. If you enjoy running outdoors, then run outdoors. If you enjoy riding a bike, then ride a bike, whether that's outside or inside. You don't have to do something that you don't like. You want it to be sustainable. And if you're going to do cardio, if you're a beginner, just do that 2 times a week as well. But the main thing is to have that data to weigh yourself, to keep an eye out on how much food that you're eating. And then over the course of the days to look back and see, am I gaining weight or am I losing weight? Or am I staying the same weight? And if you don't like the results, then just change how much you're eating, then you should be good. Also with that data, take pictures as well. Take a picture now, look in the mirror, take a picture, because sometimes it can be hard to see if you're changing. You see yourself every single day, but as a month's gone by, you can look back at that first picture and think, have I gained weight? Have I lost weight? Do I look the same? Do I look any better? And then in a month's time, take a picture again, and then just over the course of the weeks, keep taking pictures or videos. I'm always recording my body so I can look back and see how I look, and if I've built any muscle, because that's what I'm going for. Do I look like I've got more muscle on me? And if not, then I just need to change how much I'm eating. So if you don't take away anything from this video, just remember this. Take your weight, look at how much that you're eating. If your weight isn't dropping, eat a bit less. That's all. The training is just the icing on the cake to help you get to where you want to go. For fat loss, it's mainly your diet. I also have a video that's linked below where I wasn't tracking my calories. I was just going by portion sizes, and I teach you how to do so. I'll also link that video below. Shout out to Joshman457. I hope this answered your questions. If you have any more questions or video ideas, just comment below and I'll make those videos for you. Subscribe to the channel if you mess with my videos. It helps out a lot. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm out.